Warrior fans, welcome to Warriors Weekly, your sports source for Wisconsin Lutheran College. I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Nock. We have a great show here for you today. We're talking to men's head soccer coach Joel Lidke, and we're talking to Warriors football about them beating Concordia, Wisconsin for the Luther Cup. But first, let's get to Adam Heinzen for recent updates on WLC events.
The Wisconsin Lutheran volleyball team celebrated senior night last Wednesday, October 27th by hosting Dominican University in their final home match of the regular season. The Warriors paid tribute to seniors Erica Leite and Caitlin Weiss prior to the match. In a match which meant for home court in the Northern Athletics Conference tournament, the Stars defeated the Warriors 3-0. On Saturday, Wisconsin Lutheran closed out its regular season slate by traveling to La Crosse for the UW La Crosse Triangular. In their first match of the day on Saturday, the Warriors fell to the Wartburg College Knights 3-0, but bounced back for a big victory over UW La Crosse 3-2 in their final match of the day on Saturday. The fifth-seeded Warriors opened Northern Athletics Conference tournament play Tuesday night by taking on fourth-seeded Benedictine University. The Eagles eliminated the Warriors from the tournament by defeating them 3-1. Wisconsin Lutheran fell in the first set, but picked up a victory in set 2 before falling in sets 3 and 4. WLC did hold leads of 5 points in 2 out of their 3 set losses. Wisconsin Lutheran closes out their 2010 season with a 19-13 overall record and an 8-4 record in the Northern Athletics Conference under first-year head coach Bruce Meredith. Wisconsin Lutheran College hosted the 2010 Northern Athletics Conference Cross Country Championships last Saturday at Greenfield Park in West Allis. Wisconsin Lutheran College junior Katie Schomer was named Northern Athletics Conference Runner of the Year after she finished first out of 103 runners in the women's 6K race. She set a conference championship and conference all-time record with her finish of 22-23. The Warriors finished 5th out of 11 teams at the event. WLC senior Laura Konup and freshman Alyssa Schumacher also received all-conference honors for their finishes. On the men's side, Wisconsin Lutheran finished 8th out of 11, with Blake Miller leading the way for the Warriors, finishing 33rd out of 102 runners at the event. Wisconsin Lutheran will next be in action at the NCAA Division III Midwest Regional, Saturday, November 13th in Rock Island, Illinois.
Thanks for that update, Adam.
I had a chance to talk with head men's soccer coach Joel Lidke about his team and the season as they finished up on Tuesday, October 26th with a win at Concordia, Chicago. Coach Lidke, how do you feel your season went overall?
Well, I think, honestly, overall it was disappointing in the fact that we don't feel like we competed in all the games that we could have. I think it was a disappointment that we had some injuries throughout the course of the year, which I think took away from our ability to compete in some of the games that I know that we could have. Overall, our number one goal is always to have a good experience. So when athletes leave, they can look back on their time here and say that it was a good experience. And I think we did accomplish that goal overall. We took a trip out to New York, which was a good experience, and the guys had a great time. We won the last game of the season, which always helps when you reflect on things to know that you ended on a high note. But I think looking back, the results didn't go the way that we wanted, but I know that we definitely had some learning experiences throughout the way that hopefully we'll put into good use next year.
You had a number of close games where your team came up on the short end. What's the key to winning a close game?
Well, I think when you're talking about the game of soccer and winning close games, I think, believe it or not, it has a lot of parallels to all the other sports. I think it comes down to execution in people call them small details, but really in that part of the game, they're big details. So it's just little things as far as making sure that you stay goal side, so you stay marked up through a whole play. If you take a second break and let a man get in between you and the goal, and that's a game-winning goal, you can lose close games pretty quickly that way. So I think it's some mental lapses, not doing your job completely, and overall, looking at our whole season too, it's just a little bit of a lack of quality when we needed it. So not only do we look at it how we lost close games, I also look at it as why didn't we win the close games. And we didn't win close games because when we needed a quality ball served into the box, or someone needed to have a quality first touch to set themselves up to take a game-winning shot, the quality wasn't there. And I think that in the off-season, that's what we need to address, is just becoming better soccer players. So when we need to have good quality, we have it.
You'll have 6 returning seniors next season, along with a number of other experienced players. How crucial is the off-season for your team?
Well, I think this off-season, more than the other, is really important to initially, and that's what we're doing right now since the season just ended, is kind of the cleanup phase. We want to look at our house and clean up all the negative areas, all the dirty areas, the things that we don't want to bring with us into next season. And that's really what we're trying to do right now through some individual meetings and make sure that we put all those negative things away, kick them out of our team. The different situations that may have happened that we wish would have went a different way, we need to put them in a file and learn from them, but make sure that there isn't any carryover throughout the off-season and the next preseason. So I think that's a crucial thing that we're doing right now in this off-season. Then also when you look at the seniors that we have coming back and the experienced players that we have coming back, it's huge for those guys to stay healthy, to stay dedicated, because I'm excited about the core group of guys that we bring back. And I think that we can definitely turn some of those close games around into our favor.
What are you looking to improve for next season?
Number one is the quality of players that we have. In-house, we need to improve the guys that we have. And then we also need to make a huge recruitment effort. And we have some pretty lofty goals on the number of guys that we need to bring into the program. Quality soccer players, great athletes, good students, competitive individuals with great character is really what we're looking for to turn around what a lot of people within the program look at as a season that we wish we would have done better. And I think in order to do that, we have to bring in new blood and really turn things around and make it positive.
Thank you for your time and good job on your 2010
All right.
season.
Thank you.
The Warriors football team improved to 6-2 overall and 4-1 in the NAC with a 13-12 victory over Concordia, Wisconsin on Saturday in Mequon. This is the first time the Warriors have been able to defeat the Falcons in 10 games. Let's go to NAC and Scott Warris for a recap of Saturday's action.
Thanks, Alyssa. I'm here with Scott Warris, the Warriors football broadcaster. Scott, what do you think of the game?
It's a very mild-mannered question. For the Warriors who beat Concordia for the first time ever, 13-12, as somebody who's been there since day one, this is pretty extra special for me personally. I know for Coach Miller and the guys, going into this ball game, nobody thought it was going to be easy. Two very good defenses. Warriors have the best defense. I think it's safe to say Concordia, after seeing what they did today, has the second best defense. And it was a struggle. Give credit to Concordia. They came out early. They did not allow the Warriors to build anything going in terms of momentum in the running game, which I know is important to the Warrior offense. And give credit to the Warrior defense. Stuck with it, hung with it. The offense did just enough to move the ball late when clock management was important. And the Warriors get a 13-12 win.
Absolutely. The game was such a grit win, too. I mean, every aspect of the game had to be won by the Warriors, and it wasn't early on, but it came back in the second half, and they were able to put together, especially with the run game late in the game with Jesse, Larry, and Tucker.
Yeah, there were some big runs late. A couple of key plays that I go back to. After John Palacey for Concordia takes the pick six, 48 yards, they go up 12-0. Winsey missed the point after. He's got one of the strongest legs this conference ever seen. He missed the point after, and the Warriors won by 1. Then on the subsequent kickoff, Donovan Tucker takes it back 54 yards, which sets up the Warrior first touchdown. It really took the energy and the steam out of Century Stadium and the Concordia fans. That was huge. How about the Warriors on fourth down today? They struggled on third down, but on fourth down, 2 for 2 on fourth down, including a big fourth down and long catch by Josh Stadola. And then late in the game, another key play on third and long. Stadola catches one from Zach Shaw when they were pinned deep on their own 15. 27-yarder takes it out to the 42. And the Warriors were able to move the ball and hang on late. Winsey missing the potentially game-winning field goal. Not sure if that was tipped or blocked, or if he just, tried to get a low trajectory so he could get length on it. I don't know. But big plays and a big game and a big rivalry and a good game.
Absolutely. I think one of the other things, too, was field position. In the first half, the Warriors were pinned back deep, and then in the second half, we were able to get Concordia way back deep in our own zone. The other thing is, too, is that Warriors, they get a winning season. They've got 6 wins under the belt.
It's amazing. There's so many elements of this game. You beat Concordia for the first time. You get the first ever win in the Lutheran Bowl. The Luther Cup will take place and stay in residence at Wisconsin Lutheran for the next year. But you're right. They get their 6th win. It's kind of lost in all that just because of how good this team is and how well they've played. But for the first time ever, program is going to have a winning season.
Absolutely.
That makes this game so much more important. And above all else, the Warriors still have championship hopes alive. If they lose today, it's all done because Benedictine won today, but the dream is still alive for another piece of hardware besides this one at the end of the year.
Absolutely. Scott, thanks for joining me again. Stay tuned, man. I got more post-game wrap-up with coaches and players after WLC's victory over Concordia, Wisconsin. Hello, everyone. I'm here with senior tailback Larry Harrell and sophomore safety Jason Kramer. We're here with the Warriors after they just beat Concordia, Wisconsin for the first time. They have won the Luther Cup. First with you, Larry, can you talk to us about the game plan today?
The game plan was simple. Coach told us that we needed to run the ball well and effective, and we needed to make sure that we didn't leave any yards on the field, and we felt like we accomplished it.
Awesome. Larry, can you talk about your guys' running back field and the fact that you have Jesse Muldrow, yourself, and Donovan Tucker back there? You guys have had a lot of success rushing this season. Talk a little bit about that and how that came in today's game.
I think everyone's already know the game plan about me and Jesse as far as the Thunder and Lightning combination, but Tuck adds something different to it. He's the pull-away back, and he's definitely the home run hitter. If something you're chasing him from behind, he knows how to get away. So that addition to this the three-headed monster is what we love about it.
All right, awesome. Can you talk about the fact that the game was such a grit game? You guys were down early. You had to come back throughout the game. It was just a really gritty game, especially facing a really tough defense like theirs. Can you talk about that?
They're a great defense, but we're a great offense as well. And we went into this game with a lot of confidence, and we knew that it was going to be one of those games. It's just we ended up being on top of it.
Jason, you had another great game today. You had a lot of pass breakups, a lot of tackles. Can you talk about today's game plan?
We just knew that we needed to shut them down when they were running the ball and make their quarterback throw the ball because we'd be able to make plays on it whenever he put it up. And we have a great front seven who they're able to put a ton of pressure on the passer, and he didn't want anything to do with them, so he was throwing the ball to us a lot today.
Can you talk about how you have a club on your arm? The fact you even got a pick today, you had a pick last week. How hard is it to catch interceptions with that club?
It's a little difficult because there's a piece that comes into my palm right here. So if I hit the ball with that piece, bounce around quite a bit. The trainers did a great job of making it so that I can have as much mobility as possible and still be able to play and be pain-free.
Mm-hmm. Well, can you talk about some of those plays? I mean, you had a couple of deep passes that could have easily been completed, but you were able to get a hand in there and break them up. Can you talk about some of that success today, how you were able to get into position?
Coach Blue, Coach Murph, Coach Davis they've all kind of worked with us a lot on the deep ball, and really now throughout this game and last week, seen a lot of improvement in myself to just be able to read pass routes a lot better, keep my hips square and not open up when receivers try and do double moves.
Guys, thank you for joining me. I'm with senior running back Larry Harrell, sophomore safety Jason Kramer, as the Warriors beat Concordia, Wisconsin for the first time today in a nail-biter 13-12 to take the Luther Cup. Hello everyone, I'm here with linebackers coach Chris Albanese. Coach, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Nick.
Coach, you guys got a nail-biting win against one of your biggest rivals in Concordia, Wisconsin. You beat them 13-12, took a team effort, but can you talk about the defensive play of it?
Well, I thought our defense played well. I thought that our guys did what they needed to do and did their job well. It's a lot of guys flying around, playing some tough football, forcing 2 turnovers, which was key and big momentum changers, so definitely happy with how we played.
Great, and then can you talk about how all the emotions today, you guys beat Concordia, Wisconsin for the first time, won the Luther Cup for the first time. You got your 6th win, which is the most in WLC history in its short history. Can you talk about all the emotions today?
Well, there's just a lot of emotion, a lot of good stuff going on at WLC. You know, the beauty of it is that good teams find a way to win, and so this, you know, beating these good teams in Concordia and Lakeland, you know, feels great, and we're really looking forward to what we have in store for WLC.
All right, well, Coach, thank you for joining me today. Let's head back to the studio. Hey, listen, did you know that the Warriors broke another record on Saturday?
No, what is it?
The Warriors got their 6th win, which guarantees them their first ever winning season.
That's quite an accomplishment. We would like to congratulate Coach Miller and the team for bringing the Luther Cup home for the first time.
The Warriors are going to have to move on, though, because they have to play Aurora University on Saturday, and they're going to have to beat Aurora to keep their NAC title hopes alive.
That'll be quite a matchup. That's all the time we have left for Warriors Weekly.
Look to Warriors Weekly for all things WLC athletics. We'll see you here next time on Warriors Weekly.